What's up, guys? Welcome back to Man Cave Collectibles. Coming at you today with another, actually a really epic toy haul and comic book haul. This is one I'm really excited about. It is the season, it's Christmas. Actually, it's Christmas Eve. So really excited to get this video out for you guys and let you see kind of what I've picked up over about the last 2 to 2.5 weeks. I wasn't able to get one out last week just due to some things going on in the family. But we're back at it. We're getting our toy haul out. So I'm really excited to share this stuff with you. So we're going to start with our comic book haul first. So right out of the gate, we've got the last Ronin here. This is the second print. This is issue number 1, second print. I got 2 copies of it. Really, these are just kind of my reader copies. As I sent off a couple copies of my first prints, 1 in 10s and first prints, off to CGC to be graded. So hopefully we'll be getting those back sometime here soon. We'll be able to take a look and see what we got on grades. Those seem to be a book, the way they're made, that grading should be fairly simple to get a 9.8. They've got that nice thick card stock for the covers and the backing, so I feel pretty good about them. But those are second prints. Was happy to pick those up a couple weeks ago. Also a couple weeks ago we picked up crossover number 2. This is a really fun storyline so far, and they do some neat things in this issue here where they bring in some teasers of some major characters from the DC Marvel universe as well as Image universe. So if you have not gotten on crossover yet, you need to. I actually had a buddy who really had no idea about it, and I kind of set him on it. He read the first 2, and he was really I think he was shocked as well as just to how good this was. So crossover, that's a book you definitely want to check out. Also, I ordered online a Christmas cover for TMNT number 12, 112. So I thought this was a really cool cover. You can see here in the background of this cover, we've got Eastman and Laird back there kind of looking through the window. You got your turtles here up front. I just really like this cover. This was an exclusive, picked it up online. And one cool thing, they were doing a 1 in 10 giveaway, and I happen to be one of the guys that got one of the 1 in 10 giveaways for 112. So I don't know that this is any kind of key issue. I mainly picked it up because I really like this Christmas cover. I like when companies do Christmas covers, things like that, or not just Christmas covers, but just things in regards to the seasons or different holidays that may be coming up. So I just thought that was a neat cover to have. So we picked it up. Batman Black, White, and Blood. I really enjoyed the first issue. The second issue came out. I've not had a chance to read this one yet, so can't really tell you anything about it, but I did pick it up. I like the first issue a lot. They're kind of short stories. If you've read like Batman Black and White, kind of reminiscent of that a little bit. So I was excited to pick this one up. We'll get into reading that this week. And then the last one I've picked up here, Spawn 313. We got 2 different covers here for Spawn 313. So this is a new character that Image has introduced, or Todd McFarlane has introduced here. I'm not sure of his name. I haven't actually been able to read the comic book yet. So let me know if you've already read this. What do you think of it? I did kind of scroll through it, and it looks like he's going to get into it with Overkill. So I think that's a pretty cool line. I like Overkill a lot, so him being in there fighting this new guy, he looks like a beast. So, let me know what you think. And then this one, again, just with the Christmas cover, we've got the clown there, kind of dressed up as Santa Claus going down into a chimney. So just a cool holiday cover. I think those are neat. So we picked that up. So that is it for our comic book pickups for the last, I guess, 2 or maybe even 3 weeks back as far as my comic book pickups. Let's get those out of the way. We're going to go ahead and jump into, I've got a whole lot of boxes. We got to unbox some boxes, which you couldn't really see those in the thumbnail. I kind of used those as places to put all the other stuff that I got. So let's go ahead and jump on into that now. All right, guys, so jumping right on into our toy haul. So I'm gonna start with the most recent. These just come in yesterday. So we've got our retro carded Black Cat right here. This is a really cool figure. I don't have the original release, or not the original release, but the last release of Black Cat. That one probably I do like better and may pick it up at some point, but being able to get one at retail price, I can't turn it down. And I do, I don't collect every Marvel Legend, but I do collect the different teams, and I collect Spider-Man and kind of his key characters. So you can't have a Spider-Man Marvel Legends collection without a Black Cat being part of that. And the same thing goes for our J. Jonah Jameson figure. This is, you know, definitely a must-have for any Spider-Man collector. And in my case, being that I do collect the Spider-Man stuff, I think he's perfect. He's going to look great on the shelf. We'll be doing reviews on both of these on the channel, so these will be coming out in the coming days. So be on the lookout for those. Next up, guys, we're moving into the world of Transformers. So at one of my local comic shops, really one of my go-to comic shops, Rebel Base Comic and Toys in Charlotte, North Carolina, they got in the full wave of the Kingdom War for Cybertron trilogy stuff. So they had everything originally. I got there too late and was not able to secure the Cyclonus or some of the other ones that I wanted from the wave. I don't want the whole wave. I'm mainly looking for like the G1 and then the movie, the 1986 movie characters. They did have a Warpath left, picked it up. So really excited to have this guy. You know, I did a review of a Transformer. I'm not big on doing that because I really, really suck at transforming Transformers. And trying to do something like that on camera would be a mess. So I may try to do a review on these guys, just maybe not transfer on camera. Also on a store run, I just was running to Walmart. It wasn't necessarily a toy hunt, but I was able to find what I think is the best Bumblebee figure to date in the 6-inch Hasbro line. Obviously, we've had some in the you know, MP world that are pretty good, but this was a really nice one to secure. These were all over the place. If you haven't watched my recent toy hunt video from 2 days ago, check it out. You'll see that these are out and about everywhere. I'm not seeing this line, the Kingdom line, on shelves yet, but I'm seeing the Netflix series line. They're everywhere at all the Walmarts that pretty much that we went to. So these are two good pickups right here. Really happy to have those to add to my Transformers collection. All right, guys, and now we're going to kind of move into my Christmas gifts. So my wife has been slowly purchasing me Christmas gifts over the last couple of weeks. And because we share our bank account and all, it's almost impossible for her to hide things or surprise me with gifts. So a lot of times on our toy hunts, we'll find things and all of a sudden I'll turn around, she'll be up at cash register checking out with something that she saw that I wanted. So I'm a huge Toy Story fan, and we were at the Disney store a couple weeks ago and they had Buzz Lightyear, who's one of maybe my favorite Disney character of all time. And they had him in this box. They had a lot of them, and she even went through and kind of picked out the box that really had no flaws or no issues going on with it. And I'm not an inbox collector, but this will be one I'll keep in the box because I think the box is very reminiscent to the movie, and I just really like that feel. So yeah, just an awesome pickup. You know, he does have some sound effects. You know, you can kind of run through them. I think he's got light up effects there as well, and you can also, you know, open his little helmet. So this guy's awesome. I was really happy to get him. I think that was a cool little surprise there from the wife. Kind of an early Christmas gift for this guy. We're going to jump into some more Christmas gifts that she has kind of picked up for me here a little more recently. All right, guys, moving into the next items, and these are some of my favorite pickups. These are actually gifts from my wife as well for Christmas. So these are probably my Christmas gifts in truth reality, because these were just picked up and given to me. So I've been wanting to start an MOTU Classics collection for a while, but just kind of always been intimidated by the aftermarket pricing of these. They can get very, very expensive out there. If any of you guys are MOTU collectors, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys too, what I need to pick up. I like you guys letting me know, hey, this is an awesome figure, this is a cool character, this one looks awesome. So really, my goal right now is really to pick up kind of the core cast from the original show. So I've got a few characters that aren't core, but I got them for a really, really good deal and went ahead and picked them up anyways. But you know, the He-Mans, the Teelas, you know, Man-at-Arms, all those, I'm going to be picking those up. Those are kind of priority number one. So at Back in Time Collectibles in Gastonia, North Carolina, it's a new shop. It's something that has not been open very long. We happened to come across it about a week ago and went out and did a little bit of a, not really a toy hunt. We weren't filming or anything like that. We really were kind of more on a date night and wanted to swing in, hit up a couple toy stores. And he had He-Man, Skeletor, we got Battle Cat here, and Panther. And so I've had these three. I've had the Battle Cat, He-Man, and Skeletor, and messed around and sold them stupidly. I don't even know why I sold them. I sell things in my collection all the time and then go back and regret it. And then I end up going back and buying them. He had all four of these and plus more. He was able to work a little deal out for me, so I really, really appreciate that. Shout out to him. It's an awesome place. Again, you want to go check out Back in Time Collectibles in Gastonia if you're ever in that area. If you're not familiar with it, look them up. You can Google them and check out where they are. But I picked these up, or the wife really picked these up for me. She kind of did some wheeling and dealing, got a little bit knocked off the price for us. And the owner there was pretty cool. He was willing to work with us a little bit on them and seemed like a really legitimate guy. But I think these are cool. I will probably do reviews on these. They're in package. I don't keep stuff in package for the most part. So these are coming out. We're going to start an MOTU shelf somewhere around here, probably near our Super 7 shelf, because that's kind of where the scale's at. So I think these guys will look really cool, kind of somewhere near the Thundercats line that's Super 7's doing, and we'll continue to go. We're going to be picking all those figures up. So this is the start of my MOTU collection. Let me know what you guys think. I got some more MOTUs we're going to talk about, but these I picked up at Back in Time Collectibles. Again, feel free to drop comments down below at who I should look at picking up. And if you even know places to pick up MOTU classics at a good price online somewhere, let me know. Obviously, they're all going to be aftermarket as they're no longer making these, but you know, you got to do what you got to do when you get in late. Okay, guys, so let's move into kind of the next wave of MOTU classics that my wife got me for Christmas. So there's a spot in Gastonia as well called Gamers Alley. So these were excellent guys. We went in and we really got to meet them this time. We had been in before. In fact, we even did a little bit of a toy hunt there one time, and we're going to go back. We're going to do a more in-depth toy hunt really at both of these locations that I've spoken of. Got to meet Scott, who is the owner of Gamers Alley in Gastonia. He also has a location in Dallas, and they had a good deal going. They had a buy two get one free running, and we were able to, they had a lot of MOTU classics there. There's a couple that are not complete, but for the price that I was able to pick them up for some of these, when you're talking 24 bucks for King Hiss here. So we'll go ahead and we'll just put King Hiss out here. We picked up King Hiss for $24. But you got to remember, these were also buy two get one free. So you've got 9 figures here. 3 of these figures came free for us. So they had excellent pricing, and they got just a really cool inventory. And it's an always changing inventory. When I was talking to Scott, he goes out and he buys new collections, brings them in, they price them, put them on the floor. Just a really cool guy, quality guy. Seems like he's very honest, and he'll do you right as far as your collectibles. One thing I liked about him, and I always like dealing with guys who are collectors themselves, and he seemed like he was a collector himself. And I think that's an important part of having a comic book store or a toy store, is to truly have that collector mentality at heart. If it's not just all about making that money, I think that's how you really bring in your clientele, and you get that loyalty from guys like me, to come in and buy your stuff. So we got King Hiss, we got Ram Man here. I think these two are awesome. So everything I bought at Gamers Alley, they are loose, because he does a lot of trade-in stuff. Now, he has a lot of new stuff in box as well, and you guys will see that when we go do our toy hunt there, or check out the toy hunt we've already done there. But everything I was able to purchase was loose, so we're able to get a little better deal on it. And like I said, there's 1 or 2 figures in here where I do got to go and secure maybe an accessory. I'll keep an eye out on eBay, see if I can pick up something to make them complete. We got King Hiss, we got Ram Man. So we'll go ahead and put them here. One of my favorite figures, this was a figure that I had in the original He-Man line as a kid, Clawful. This guy looks awesome here from MOTU Classics. Really excited to have him. Moving through here, we got Rattler. This was another one of my favorite characters when I was a kid. If you remember him, you could hit the button and his neck would extend. I just thought this was cool. Again, I know him, King Hiss, they're not like your true base or core characters, but they were just so cool, and they had them for such a good deal there. I went ahead and secured them. As you know, eventually I'll probably expand the line out past just the core characters. We got King He-Man here. We got Merman. Okay, so obviously Merman is going to be one of our key characters. You know, Ram Man, key characters. King He-Man, not so much, but just a really, really cool character in the MOTU Classics line. So I'll keep building these up here. Hopefully you'll be able to, I won't get hidden behind them. We got Moss Man. I think this is a cool one. He's got kind of that, I think maybe they call it like a flocked skin. So I think that's a really cool feature that they had for him. And then we got two of the big guys here, two of the main names. You've got Trapjaw and Beastman. So it's pretty cool too, the way Gamers Alley did these loose characters. Instead of having them in bags, they actually had them in these, I think they're called star cases by Protec. And so they're just a hard plastic that, you know, you can open and kind of close at will. So you just kind of pop them open here. So they're really nice to be able to reuse. And you got your figure there inside, and you can pop it back on. So, you know, if you've got loose figures, that would be a good way. Even you know, you could pose these even inside. There's enough space if you wanted to pose them here on the bottom. You could pose these inside. So these are pretty cool. As a collector, I haven't had a lot of experience with these, but this was just something Gamers Alley was doing, you know, with a lot of their loose figures. So just a cool thing. So if it's something you ever thought about wanting to have, it looks like Star Case by Protec might be the way to go. So yeah, let me know what you think of the start of my MOTU Classics collection. Again, throw out some names. If you're an MOTU collector, throw out some names. Who are some guys I need to go look for? I know Orko obviously is one of the main guys, Man-at-Arms. But you know, throw out some more names. Let me know what you guys think. Do any of you guys actually collect the MOTU Classics? Okay guys, so that is everything we've got that's loose. We've covered our comic books. We've covered everything we picked up in the stores. Not necessarily not all loose, but as far as just being unboxed. Now we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 boxes here that we've got to go through and unbox. So I kind of know what all this stuff is, but over the last 2 weeks I've kind of forgotten which is which. So some of this stuff's going to be a little bit of surprise for me as I go through unboxing some of this stuff. All right, so the first thing that we have here is our Toy Box Darth Vader. So this is pretty cool. If you have been keeping up with the channel or you're a subscriber to the channel, you know that I have started a little bit of a toy box collection, the Disney toy box stuff. I just like the price of them, and I think they're pretty cool looking. I kind of like the animated style that they have. So obviously, you cannot have a Star Wars collection without having Darth Vader. So we went ahead and picked him up on Mercari for very cheap. I want to say maybe like 12 bucks. So it was a good deal. Now he's pretty bashed up. You can see the card here is a mess, but that never matters to me. For me, it matters what the price is. I'm going to tear this box up and take him out anyway. So we may do a review on this guy. Next up, we got an order in from Bluefin. So Bluefin was running some sales a couple weeks ago, and if you remember from my last toy haul video, we picked up the Sagat from the Street Fighter collection. I do collect the SH Figuarts Street Fighter figures, and they were running a deal on another Street Fighter figure. So we got M. Bison. So just a really, really cool figure here. I think I got him for $45. So this guy's going for about 80 to 90 on the aftermarket. Picked him up basically for half price by picking him up on Bluefin. I think they called it like a fire sale or a lightning sale, something like that they were calling them. Was able to secure this guy for basically half price versus going out on the secondary market and picking him up. Super, super excited to have him. He's going to look good with the rest of my Street Fighters. All right, guys, next up, we got another box. Now, I have no clue what's in this box here. So we're going to see what this is. Some of these boxes have been kind of sitting around here in the man cave for about 2 weeks, as we discussed. And I can't remember what's what. You don't want me to get in easy, that's for damn sure. All right, guys, so we finally got into it here, and maybe my favorite one yet. We've got the Mandalorian and Grogu. So kind of sad now having Grogu here in this figure. You know, after the last episode of The Mandalorian, we don't really know where Grogu's future is going to take him, but that's neither here nor there. We're looking at our toy haul today. So we got the Mandalorian and Grogu from the Disney Toy Box line. This was kind of an expensive figure. It's really probably about the only figure out there that I felt like is just kind of dumb expensive. I was able to get a decent deal, maybe a little under what I saw most people paying for him, right around that $35 mark. But I've seen him going for 40, 45, 50 bucks. You know, these are $12 figures at retail. So I wanted to pick him up. I think it looks really, really cool. It's a nice looking figure. And it's got the man himself, Grogu, there, who I'm sure will have a lot more of him, a lot more of his story in the future, there in the Mandalorian series, or even in spin-off series at some point he'll pop back up. But anyways, another figure to add to the toy box collection. All right, guys, we got another box. I don't know what it is. We're going to pop into it. Let's see what we got. Maybe this one will be a little easier to open than the last one. And it is so far. All right, so here we've got our Jango Fett figure. So Jango Fett, if you are unfamiliar, Jango Fett is the father of Boba Fett. So Toy Box did a figure of him. I think he'll look really good beside our Mandalorian figures. So we'll see if they continue to come out with additional Mandalorian figures in the future in the Toy Box line. So we got Jango Fett. All right, guys, next in line, we got something from China. This thing took forever to get here. I'm a little unsure on how to open this one, because it sounded like I just went into nothing but styrofoam. All right, guys, this is a mess, but this thing came from China. So this is the Legendary Toys Optimus Prime movie masterpiece figure. So you can see we have styrofoam everywhere from trying to cut that thing open. What a mess that's going to be to clean it up. You can see we got it all over our table here, but Legendary Toys. So I watched some reviews on the Legendary Toys movie masterpiece versus going with, you know, the regular Hasbro Takara movie masterpiece. And this one just has so much more detail in the paint of it. I think it has some die cast and things in it, so it just looked really, really cool. And it was cheaper. It was about 50 bucks cheaper than I would have paid for the regular masterpiece version. So we went ahead and picked this up, LT02 from Legendary Toys. Yeah, I won't be doing a review on this because these things are just too intricate as far as their transformation processes and all. I'm actually a little stressed out because I feel like he's probably in his truck mode right now, which means I'm going to have to move him to his robot mode. So that's a little stressful for me. I hate transforming masterpiece figures. I've had large masterpiece collections in my collection over time. I actually just about right at the start of the COVID virus, I sold off my entire MP collection. The Michael Bay movies, I know there's a lot of opinions out there on how, you know, are they good, are they bad? People hate them, some people love them. I've always enjoyed them, and I really like the masterpiece versions of a lot of those characters. So picked him up, really happy to have him. I'll probably post some pictures up on my Instagram account. So if you are not a follower on my Instagram, check me out, Man Cave Collectible Reviews on Instagram, and maybe you'll see some pictures of this guy once I get him out of his packaging. All right, guys, another box here. Let's go ahead and crack this open. Let's see what we got. Hopefully this one is not as messy as the last one. But, you know, I can't, the guys from China, whoever I bought that from, one thing I can give them is the packaging was very, very well done. All right, so we got some additional toy box figures. So again, just kind of going with that main supporting cast. Here we've got C-3PO and R2-D2 here from our Disney toy box line. So these were pretty affordable. Again, they're not going for a whole bunch on the aftermarket. So it's something I don't mind jumping into a little bit late and trying to pick up the Star Wars. I'm just collecting Star Wars in the toy box line. My kids played a whole lot of Disney Infinity, and you know, again, these kind of have that animated Disney Infinity look to them, so I think they're going to look really cool, you know, on a shelf, kind of give you that animated style look. All right, guys, next up, we've got another box. We'll go ahead and crack this guy open. All right, guys, here we go. We have the Millennium Falcon from the toy box line. We've got Han and Chewbacca included in this set. This is bigger than I actually thought it was going to be. I was thinking, you know, it was like this big, but you know, it's a pretty big box here. It's got some different light up features and things like that going on with it, and obviously 2 of the core characters. So I got it for 45 bucks. So that's 2 figures as well as the Millennium Falcon. $45. I can't say no to that. So just a cool pickup for our toy box line. You know, I was thinking I may be able to somehow maybe secure this kind of in a flying fashion, maybe using some fishing line or something like that in one of the shelves. I think it'd be a really cool setup to have it looking that way, and then have our 2 pilots there somehow positioned in their, you know, different areas there on the Millennium Falcon. So pretty cool pickup, I think. Let me know what you guys think of the toy box line. I know it's not technically made as like an adult collectible line, and it's probably real niche as far as adult collectors are concerned, but I just thought it was really cool. I like kind of the way they do it, that kind of the style, that kind of stylized look for these characters. So anyways, another pickup for toy box. All right, guys, so I'm going to stand up here for this one. So this is a little bit different here. We're moving away from action figures and back over into kind of the other world that I really enjoy, which is statues. So let's see if we can dump this statue out here. This is one I've been excited for, this statue for months, maybe even a year now. I can't remember where or when this was revealed. Maybe Toy Fair or maybe even SDCC a year or, well, over a year ago. But this is the Todd McFarlane Batman Black and White statue. So I had a fairly decent sized Batman Black and White statue collection and ended up selling off all of it except for this Bane statue that we have back here behind us. I'm not sure if you can see it there on camera or not, but the Bane statue from Batman Black and White is my favorite statue until this. I'm a huge Todd McFarlane fan. When I saw that he was putting this out, that they were going to go and have him do one based on his artwork, I had to pick this up. So here we go. I got this from Sideshow Collectibles, and we'll do a review on this on the channel because I'm so excited to have it. We'll compare it to the Bane statue as far as how it looks. But this is based on that kind of classic cover that McFarlane did in the Batman comic book line. So it's about 10 inches tall. It's not a huge statue. It's not like our quarter scales that we review on the channel sometimes, but just really, really happy to have this. That is the final piece to our comic book and toy haul for this week. It is Christmas, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all you guys out there. Hit that like button down below if you enjoyed this content, if you enjoyed this toy haul and comic book haul video. Drop comments down below. What have you guys been picking up? Any comments about anything that I've gotten in, let me know what you guys think of it. If you like some of the stuff, if you hate it, that's cool. I enjoy hearing everything. Any kind of opinion you guys have, it never offends me, as long as it's not an opinion directed at someone else. But yeah, opinions on any kind of toys or things that we review or go over here, love to hear from you guys. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Love to have you as part of the Man Cave Collectibles team. And again, leave those comments down below. All of that kind of helps in the YouTube analytics world as far as getting this video shared and out there for other people. So if you don't do anything, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, Merry Christmas to you guys and Happy Holidays. Hope you guys have a great holiday with your family. Stay safe out there. Until next time.